Good morning. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here's Brennan with today's announcements.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 16th, and it's a Green Day. Student government will meet today in Fuller Basement directly after school. Please contact Mr. Ryan with any conflicts or questions. Sophomores and juniors, the registration link for the school day PSA 10 and SAT has been sent to your student emails. If you would like to take the exam, you must fill out the registration. Please see Mrs. Labounty in Colby 101 with any questions. Interested in contributing to the 10-Minute Play Festival on February 13th? Learn how to get involved next Tuesday at 3:30 in the Black Box. The festival can use all types of contributions, including acting, music, writing, tech, and designing. This festival is student-devised, student-driven, and is open to any performance ideas you might have. Come to the meeting next Tuesday at 3:30 in the Black Box and get involved. Email Mr. Kane with any questions. We invite you to join the Christian Fellowship group for prayer, conversation, and Bible study every Friday morning at 7 a.m. in the Fuller Basement. Whether you're looking to meet others who share your faith or are curious to learn more about Christianity, all are welcome. We'd love to see you there. Starting on Sunday, January 26th, there will be a 3v3 basketball tournament every Sunday during the third quarter. If you are interested, please see the flyers in the field house for more details. Create a team or show up and join a team. There will be prizes for the overall winning team. Starting this week, Improvised Comedy Club will meet in Fuller Hall from 3:15 to 4:30 each Friday. Come on down to get some laughs. If you plan to attend this week, please bring an impression of your favorite fruit or vegetable. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the club, please see Mr. Keffer immediately after chapel. Happy birthday today to Jordan Birdshow, Leah Kreider, Chenlin Chi, and Fukutaro Takaoka. Happy birthday, everyone. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Brennan. Our late announcements. A special congratulations goes out to Mr. Lejean, who was recently named the Boys Cross Country Coach of the Year for Vermont from the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. Let's give Mr. Lejean a great round of applause. And as a reminder, just putting that in perspective, first season as the head coach, took the team further than any other team has been taken at the regional level, and had just a great season. Again, for his first season, it was really outstanding. So great job, Mr. Lejean. Gymnastics scored their highest team score in their win against Montpelier, 138.4 to 72.75. In my last 5 years, I don't think I've seen a score this high. That's really outstanding. The Hilltoppers once again took the top 3 places in the all-around, with Lydia Ruggles in first, Peyton Thompson in second, and Hannah Wood in third. Congratulations, gymnastics. The Nordic team traveled to Craftsbury Outdoor Center for a skate race hosted by Craftsbury Academy. Sisu Lang won the varsity boys 5K mass start, and 9th grader Graham Moriarty had an awesome race, finishing 10th. Tilly Lang placed second in the varsity girls race, and 9th grader Stella Vanderlind placed 4th overall. The JV skiers had a great deal of success as well, with Brody Dussault, Henry Jolliffe, and Albert Gimler placing 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, respectively. Lila McKenzie placed 1st for the JV girls. Great outcomes, great job, Nordic. And finally, girls varsity basketball defeated CVU 54-45 last night. Addie Ely and Kyra Nelson led a phenomenal lockdown team defensive effort, and Anna Ebert carried the squad with a superior rebounding performance and a career-high 21 points. Cassidy Kittredge dominated in the post with 14 points. Unfortunately, the JV A team fell by 3 points in the JV game. Great job, varsity girls basketball. And now we have a Model UN Conference promotion. So I'm going to ask you to welcome to the stage Noemi, Orleans, and Zach.
Hi everyone, we are members of the Model United Nations Club and we're here to talk about the conference we'll be holding in February. Model UN is a club where we can each take on the role of a country, person, or group and participate in mock United Nations committees covering various global and local issues.
On February 8th, we will be holding our very own conference in the Mayo Center. There will be 2 committees, both beginner-friendly. One imagines the collapse of Nicaragua after the current dictator and his wife die in a plane crash. This committee will look at ways to respond to the political and humanitarian crisis that unfolds. The second committee considers the rising costs of higher education in the United States. The delegates on this committee will consider how post-secondary education can be made affordable for all who wish to access it. There is a $5 delegate fee and lunch will be provided.
This conference will be attended by delegates from other schools, but we hope to have a strong Hilltopper presence. We would love for you to sign up and join us. For more information, you can contact any of us, Mr. Rain or Mr. Cushman.
Thanks.
Hold on just a second. I just want to make sure people get that. There we go. Let's get those last details.
The conference will be attended by delegates from other schools, but we hope to have a strong Hilltopper presence. We would love for you to sign up and join us. For more information, you can contact any of us, Mr. Rain or Mr. Cushman. Thank you.
Thank you. Great opportunity. Appreciate hearing about that. So I think it's appropriate on a day where the thermometer read 3 degrees that we consider an outdoor scene for a second. So I'd like you to imagine with me, it's a Saturday afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, the sun has come down and is shining nicely. It's cold outside, but the sun is warming. The rays are striking you and a group of your closest friends. Imagine those friends. You're sledding on this hill. You've been outside for a couple of hours. Your socks are a bit wet because snow has crept in across your snow pants. But you've had a great afternoon. You're laughing again surrounded by your closest friends. And you go inside, and the scene set for you is this beautiful cabin, and there's a wood fire burning in the wood stove. It's nice and warm. The sun is still trickling through the windows. It's a great scene. You're having fun. There's good humor in the room. You have your favorite cookies or snack, and you're going to spend the afternoon in this space. In northern traditions, in Scandinavia, in northern Germany, they would describe this scene as being one filled with hygge, if you are thinking from the Danish or Norwegian tradition. Misa, if you were Swedish, or maybe even Northern German, you would be talking about the Gemütlichkeit of this setting. And the words don't translate very well. In fact, they don't translate word for word into English, but the scene, the comfort of the setting, the fact that you've been driven inside by the weather. In this case, I've painted for you an activity, but being driven inside because the weather is cold, and you have a coziness or a comfort, and you have people you're surrounded with whom you enjoy, and there's a conviviality there. That is what the words hygge, Musa, and Gemütlichkeit describe. So these are words that describe comfort, coziness, conviviality. And I mentioned this morning because it's very important in the term that you can't just have coziness. That's not a great translation because it would be missing out on the who. And so you need other people for hygge to to be present. So being cozy by yourself, you might describe as being hygge, but you've really not described it well. It's with others. As you heard Dr. Howell say yesterday, this is a month where we're talking about connecting and reconnecting. And while I may not be able to create the space that I've just described for you with the wood fire and the cabin here on campus, Hygge, Gemütlichkeit, Musa can be had really anywhere where you are taking note of the place around you and the people you're spending good time with. So at the core of Hygge is the idea of contentment, finding peace and warmth, not in grand gestures and certainly not as Hygge. Hygge has become popularized by marketing departments all over who are trying to sell you things, but it's not necessarily that. It's not the grand gestures or material things, but it's in the simplicity of the everyday that you're taking note of. So I'm going to encourage you during these cold months when we, maybe not like in Scandinavia where sun rises around 8:45 or 9 this time of year and sun sets around 3:30 in the afternoon. So we don't have it quite that extreme, right? But I'd encourage you to find places on campuses. We're driven inside during the day, obviously. Take note of the surroundings. Appreciate the simplicity of what's around you. Perhaps it is the way the sun is shining through Ranger Breezeway as you're standing there and you're chatting with a friend in between classes. Perhaps it's in the dining hall. You take note of the sounds and the other sensations around you as you're enjoying a lunch with a group of friends. But I encourage you to recognize those small things, the surroundings, what you enjoy about them and appreciate about them, and the unique assembly of people you're spending that time with. I'd encourage you to find Hygge perhaps in your favorite study spot. Again, I walked through the library yesterday, and I noticed many of you were sitting in groups of 3 and 4, and you were each studying or working on some project, but you weren't necessarily engaged in loud conversation. But I think there was a Hygge that was present there when I walked amongst some tables. Think about Hygge in the conversations you have with friends or even with strangers. What's enjoyable about someone you're getting to know or chatting with in the hallway, perhaps between passing period, or someone you're just getting to know in a class. What do you appreciate about that moment in that space with that person? Ultimately, the idea of Hygge is one of slowing down, noticing those details, and connecting with what's right in front of us. And so I'd encourage all of us to do that. As we go through this week, remember to embrace the richness of our surroundings. We do have some really special things here, and we certainly have some special people we spend our time with. Again, slow down to appreciate the beauty in the everyday, and make time to connect with the people who make this campus vibrant. Have a great day, faculty.